Hey, people, how are you doing? Right, I just thought I'd come on for a little while. To explain the title. YouTube saved me. What I mean by that is that when I first set up a channel, it was to meet new people, speak to new people. I'll rephrase that, not meet. Speak to new people about brain disease, about anxiety, about depression, because I may not look like it, but I have all three. And I found it very difficult. I was suffering anxiety attacks through the night. Currently, I go to sleep around 7 in the morning. But I was having several panic attacks. Some really, really bad. I just felt like I couldn't get any breath. My hands were shaking. I went rigid. I didn't know how to deal with them. So one day, I started to read about YouTube and I would set up a channel. It was the best thing I ever did. I haven't had much hate, which I thank you all for that. But I slowly start to talk to people on here. I slowly got out of myself and I found coping mechanisms of how to cope through a panic attack. It could be anything from eating an ice lolly to just turning on this video and talking. I believe I have a relatively good life. I've got everything I need. Some people it may not be much, but I have everything that I need. And I'm okay. My anxiety attacks started many years ago. Well, I didn't know what one was, to be honest, at first. Sorry, guys, I'm just stopping this a moment. I didn't know what one was, to be fair. And I thought we're dying. I really thought we're dying. I didn't know how to deal with it. I thought having an heart attack. I don't feel stupid coming on and saying this because it's how I was at the time. Sorry, guys, my phone. It's currently 10 to 2 in the morning. People think it's acceptable to speak to me right now. Probably no, because I'm awake. I don't know if my family watch this. I have no idea. Nobody says they do. But it's kind of like people just ignore depression. In many families, it's ignored to the point where people know about it. They know that you've got anxiety. They know you've got mental health problems. But people choose to ignore it because it's easier. I'm the opposite. I'm not going to say who a family member, I know everything I'm not going to say if it's he or she, but everything this person does. Because it's everything I used to do. Right, guys, there's something even my family didn't know. What they're going to know now. I'm currently 15 years free of self-harming. I didn't know how to cope with things, so I self-harmed for a lot of years. Managed to hide it very well. I'm 15 years clear. I'm not saying I don't have anxiety attacks, still I have plenty. I preempt things. The reason I've come on here tonight is because I feel that if YouTube, I didn't set up that channel that day, things might have been different. I had no one to speak to. And just one lovely lady, she actually just cooking on here. And I follow her and she follows me. And just her speaking, that one comment, it was nothing about depression or anything. And I thought, oh, wow, there's someone there. And this is why I always say comment, nobody knows what a person's going through. You know, I've come to the point in my life, I have so much going off. I don't cry about it. I just deal with it. That's my way. I plaster a smile on my face every single day, so nobody knows how I feel inside. My partner does, bless him. But nobody in the outside world knows that right now, I'm struggling. I have a dad with failing health. I have a mum who is currently not failure. And I'm hoping the procedure will make her life better. I have 2 brothers who seem to think I'm coping fine and everything's good. That's because I want to protect them. I'm nearly 50 and I still want to protect my older brother and my younger brother. I tell them what's needed to know from the doctors, and unless it's really, really bad, then obviously I tell them. But then I hide the rest of it because I don't want them to worry. But where is the line drawn? Where is the line drawn where I say I need some help? I would do anything for my mum and dad. And I mean anything. My dad can't go shopping much. He tries, bless him, but he's 79-year-old. He still tries it. These days when he lives St. John still. That's my dad. But then these days when he can't do it. And there's days when I have to step in to the meals, to the shopping. They do all the cleaning up. They do everything for themselves. But then they get sick. You know, if there's someone outside their house, I'm the one that they call because I'm just up the road. And it's funny enough, straight away I call my nephew because as much as I'm there support, bless him, and I feel awful saying this, but I'm straight away like, need to phone my nephew because he's close by as well. And but where does it end? It'll never end with my mum and dad because my mum and dad now look after them until my dying day, until their dying day. Whichever comes first. There's people in this situation where they're having to care for someone and feel like they can't ask it. Let me rephrase that because there is someone I forgot in this equation. I do have a very good friend. My mum has a very good friend, and she's more than a friend, she's family. She's like a sister, she's like a daughter to my mum and dad. And bless her, she steps in. I won't say her name either. This is a video with no names, you know. But she steps in and she's really, really good. We had a recent hospital appointment where obviously she was there with us. And it got to the point where I was just about to go in and I couldn't cope. I thought, I can't do this. I can't hear any more bad news. I just can't do it. So I just she looked at her and I said, can you go in? Yeah, no problem. And she's a great support to our family. So if my family do watch this video, I apologise in advance. This isn't going to be meant anything against any of you. This is me. I have some great aunties and uncles and I would never disrespect them. But I feel alone. I feel like I'm on my own in all this. My cousins, all our friends are cousins and they all get on with one another and they're all great together. They all see each other. And then there's us. Don't get me wrong, they're still in contact with my older brother. But then there's us, and me and my younger brother was kind of lower ranking. So they've never, we say hello in passing. I know my mum and dad love me to bits. They love us all to bits. Equally. I might joke about it and say my brother's the favourite, but equally, they love each other us all to bits. My brothers, to me, they're like lions. The kings are up here. You know, they can do anything. I know my cousins, some of my aunts and uncles, some of them care about us. I'm carefully choosing my words. But is that enough? Because nobody really stays in contact. We'll be there for each other. That's what families do. At funerals, we'll say, we'll arrange to meet. And deep down, you know it's never going to happen. I know when something happens to my mum and dad. I know. Sorry, guys. That is going to be our family broken. You know, we're already all going different directions. I phone. Sorry, guys. I will phone my brothers when something needs to be said and let them know what's happening. But with that sort of brother and sister, we phone each other when we need to. Not when we need to, when we need to say something. And I know, despite my brother's relationship, I know we love each other. I have told my brothers that I love them once each, to get one time each. And my younger brother, that was, he was an intensive care unconscious. But it counts, guys, it counts. And my other brother, it was on his wedding day. But I feel that that's where my family ends. I've got a couple of cousins that bother with me. I feel that's where my family ends because they're just not bothered. But again, I apologise if you see this. It's not meant to hurt anyone. It's just how I felt all my life. Like nobody wanted to know us. But I've also built myself up. So back to the cheery subject of me now. Me now. I'm strong. Tomorrow morning or in the morning, I will get up. I will put a smile on my face. I will go and do what I need to do. On my 50th birthday, I've booked a me time just for me. No one else. For other people, it might be a day at the spa. Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be lovely. For me, I've actually booked in to go to a ghost event, like you do, where I will be spending the night in a room with a machine, and that's it. But I'm taking you along with me because if I'm going to be scared at my wits, so are you. So I'm taking this with me. I'm nervous. Oh God, yeah. I'm absolutely breaking it. But it's an excited nervous. I'm going to see a medium. A very well-established medium. Just because. Just because. But again, if I will take you along, but I will ask her first if she minds the thing being interviewed, your vlog, because obviously if she don't want it, then that bit I can cut out. But guys, just ignore the bit about the crying because I'm back to normal now. Smiling. And I'm back. I am going to be doing a video showing something in a little while with cooking. Always cheers me up. But this is, you can understand a bit about why I said the YouTube saved me. It gave me an outlet as someone to talk to get my feelings out. Because, I'm not saying I won't delete this video. I might do. I kind of feel a bit bad now. So, family members, the 58 cousins I've got. Yeah. I hope none of you watch it. And if you do, I apologise in advance. Like I said, it's how I was feeling. It's no detriment to anyone else. Anyway, guys, we're going to have a fun live tomorrow. Sorry, day after tomorrow. Busy tomorrow. And I'm going to be showing you what I'm doing for my dad and my mum. When we were younger, we had a gentleman who made travelling caravans out of lollipop sticks, and it was absolutely amazing. I'm attempting to do one at the moment out of matchsticks. I've already started it, and so far so good. But guys, I'm getting to the tricky parts, and I'm gonna try and show you on live how far I've got. This is also the next outlet. So guys, thank you for being here and just being you and watching this vlog. And I shall catch up with you in a couple of days. Bye guys.